Okay, well, this is exciting. I got out this Magnavox laptop to experiment with today for the first time since I got it, like a while ago. Um, and as you can see, I've now got fans galore running, and the window is open. And the reason why, I got some batteries. As soon as I put these in, a couple seconds after, I started smelling a fishy smell. A very fishy smell, and it just got worse and worse. You know, that's the smell of bad capacitors. So imagine what a camera smells like, just about 10 times worse, and it filled the room with that smell. When I turned it on, a cloud of smoke came out of it. And that stunk the place up with burnt electronics smell. So you can imagine about what it smells like in here right now. And I don't deal very well with that kind of smell, so that's why the window is open. I'm trying to air it out. I don't think it's really going to work. Strangely enough, the laptop still works. Although the onboard display does not. It's blank. The floppy drive doesn't work, but it's got a mechanical issue. I can tell that. Or both a mechanical and an electronic problem. Hard drive is stuck. I determined that by moving the laptop elsewhere where it was quiet and turning it on. You could tell that the hard drive was stuck. So that's going to take some work to get going. But man, I tell you what an exciting morning. Oh, this is nice. Oh, it's just a reflection. Dark night it is, I guess. Okay, so this is the Stream Encoder computer. I will not be making a full video about this because there's no point. But I'm going to be replacing this video card. So I've got this down, which I need, because it's got the extra 2 pins, because the new video card requires an 8-pin connector, as you can see there. Lengthwise, I have no qualms about that. You can see there's plenty of room. And I don't even, well, it might be a little bit longer, but certainly not much. So, I don't even know what this is, actually, to be honest with you. What is in here right now? Does it actually say on it somewhere? I can't even read it. So, if it does, which I suspect it probably does, there's a part number that I can see. And there's a CN something or another. I'd imagine it probably says on the card itself once I get it out. But I have to actually get it out, so. For posterity's sake, here are the old scores. Go ahead and refresh it. And there are the new scores. Probably quite a bit more of an improvement than what's listed there, because it tops out at 7.9, so. I call that quite the upgrade. Listen to the fan on that video card. I wonder if it'll slow down when the OS loads. Well, it's running kind of hot, so maybe it won't. Oh, no, there it goes. That's pretty impressive. Okay, so here are the old scores on the capture computer, which I just finished replacing the video card on. So we'll go ahead and we'll hit refresh. And we'll see if it goes up or down. I anticipate it going down. I can't envision going from a Quadro FX 4600 to a Radeon HD 6700 is going to be that much better than I think it's like a 6770, or maybe it's a 5770. I don't actually know what it is, but I can envision it's going to be better than a Quadro. I guess we'll find out. The base score isn't going to improve because that's based on the hard drive, but we'll see. Although while I'm at it, this is where the FX 4600 went, into my guest music player computer, which is kind of a waste of an FX 4600, but this is the only one that really needed a video card upgrade that isn't in a small form factor computer, and is also PCI Express. Everything else is AGP or older, and I'm not going to waste my time with that. So this should go up to a 6.8. I guess we'll find out what the other one goes up or down to. Holy crap. Well, okay, it's more of an improvement than I anticipated it being. So, I guess there's one thing. Oh, and while I'm at it, you may have noticed this is a widescreen monitor. It definitely is nice to have friends who, when they have something they don't want anymore, they're like, hey, I'm going to throw these away. Do you want these? So, once again, courtesy of Ross, I've got this monitor here. This is an HP 2009M. It's a 20-inch monitor. It's not as nice as my 23-inch LG was, but it's also not a 23-inch monitor. That's not going to cost me like $200 to replace. And I got that one over there. That's an NEC Multisync 19-inch monitor, which is actually, this is what you can see on it right now. I just have a VNC connection over to it since it's more convenient than using a locally attached console. I do have a couple others. There's an Acer 19-inch right there, and behind that's another HP, kind of a piece of junk, really. It's only a 1366 by 768 monitor, but it's still a widescreen monitor, and it's nice to have as an extra. So hopefully I will not end up in a situation where I'm going to run out of monitors again and have to use, crap box things in order to get everything back the way that it was before I had all the monitor failures. Yeah, modest improvement. The one thing that really confuses me, though, is that it looks like it's capping the RAM at 5.9, which is interesting because there's 4 gigs installed. So I'm not sure why it would be capping it. 64-bit with 4 gigs, so I don't know. That seems very weird to me. That's not exactly slow RAM either. That's DDR3, so I would imagine that it would get in the 6s somewhere, but it's certainly being capped for some reason. I don't think that's working. Yay. So because of that, I now have everything on over here. I'm running scans on it. With the exception of that up there. The only reason why that's on is because I had to reset all of the CMOS settings on that after the most recent power outage. That one and my main rig over there are displaying this message. And the odd thing about this one, at least this one over here, and probably the same thing with the other one, is it'll pop that up whenever I run a full scan. And when the full scan results show up, there's nothing. It says your PC is clean, or whatever it says. You're protected, there are no problems. I don't know what it says. And you go into the history, and there's nothing in the history. There was on this one, which I removed, and then it asked me to reboot the machine, so I did. And now there's nothing there, and it's still giving me that message. So I don't know what the hell is going on with that, but that's kind of ridiculous, really. None of these other ones are showing that yet. So, I don't know. So this is what it does, even on a quick scan. See that message? And when it's finished, nothing. Go into history. Nothing. 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 And apparently it's a common problem. So, I'm just going to ignore it because there's nothing else I can do. I wonder if it'll do it again on video. I don't know. I don't think so. The pattern's been blipping, and the most recent one actually made this thing crash, which is hilarious. I thought UPSs were supposed to prevent that. But given it looks like it's a USB problem, I almost wonder if the UPS caused it. So I think I had an issue with that one during the last outage. It actually shut off on me. So there's probably something wrong with it. Wouldn't surprise me. I just hope I didn't lose anything, because I'll be really annoyed if there's data loss involved on that. But the wind is going crazy out there. Running a backup, so I really hope that it doesn't cut the power, because that would really drive me nuts. Okay, well, did it again, and no crash that time, but what it did do is I had 4 of these 5 things on, it turned this one off, and it turned that one off. Of course, that one's configured for automatic power on after it does so, which I should probably fix, because I don't really like that. You can hear it's still going crazy out there. For whatever reason, it didn't kill all 4 of them, but I'm not going to complain, because I wanted to be able to get through this, and that's going to take forever. That laptop fan sounds like crap. Okay, so everything that you've just seen has encompassed basically about the last month worth of video making, so I think it's probably time to wrap this up. Just in closing, there are definitely several videos that will be uploaded over the next little while. Got at least some of them done, and I've been running backups. This one I had to rerun the entire thing from start to finish. I don't know why. I guess saved passwords are no longer a thing. And then that one over there decided it was going to run a full backup instead of the differential that I asked for, so I got to redo that one. But I think other than that, it's pretty much done. And then it's dealing with some of the more minor projects. I don't know. There's still a lot of things that need to be done, though. And a lot of videos that need to be edited, and a lot of videos that need to be uploaded. So I think I'm probably good until like 2022 or something equally as ridiculous in terms of content, and that's without recording anything new. So, oh well, I do have some more clips, but I'm going to save them for next week because I don't want this to be supremely long. Really, ideally, 8 to 10 minutes is probably a good length for these. So, I'll save those for next week. There's also going to be a live stream. I haven't decided whether it's going to come before or after I've uploaded this, so I guess you'll know. But there will be a thing using the new setup down here. I've got to get a video cable and hooked up to that. I have a microphone set up. It's not a big deal. Clear this out and work on some project or another. Probably mostly just a discussion of things, really, but we'll see.